I think this is the moment when people finally start believing they can actually make lace. Because today, our runner starts looking like something you'd proudly display. Hey crochet friends, I'm Mo, your crochet companion. So far, we have learned mesh, V-stitches, shell lace, and today, drum roll, we're introducing the fan lace. Now look at this. It almost looks like it's moving. And it almost kind of looks like a ripple, right? Right? Okay, not quite, but close, but not quite. But this is one of my favorite things about fan lace is that it looks like it's moving and all that good stuff. There's other reasons why it's my favorite as well, but we'll get into that a little bit later. Now, what makes fan lace different? It has direction. It guides the eye. It creates that movement, and suddenly the fabric feels much more alive. Now, one of the reasons why it is my favorite is because I use this quite often in my free form because man, is it a good stuffer. It is a good corner stuffer. It is when I'm building my work out and kind of sneaking in some corners and stuff like that. This is such a great stitch for kind of filling in those little spaces. Plus, I think it's just such a pretty stitch. I've always loved the fan, and it is actually one of the cornerstones of lace as well. And you will rarely find a lace pattern that doesn't have a fan in it or a shell in it. All right, so let's go ahead and get started. I'm going to set myself up here, and I'll be right back. Okay, so for the fan stitch, you want to do in multiples of 6 plus 1. Now, I believe I crocheted 18 plus 1, which is 19. I know, I'm really brilliant at math, aren't I? I'm so brilliant. Okay, so to start your first fan, you're actually going to skip your first 4 loops on your hook, your first 4 chains. So you're going to skip your turning chain and then the first 3 chains, and then in the fourth one, technically the 5th one, you're going to actually do 5 double crochets. So let's go ahead and get to it. So in case you haven't done a double crochet, you're going to yarn over, insert your hook, yarn over, pull up that loop, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2. And then we're just going to keep doing that. We're going to do 5 in that same stitch. So that's 2, 3, 4, and 5. Okay, so we've got our first fan, right? Woohoo! Look at that. Now let's do our second one. But first we have to skip two stitches or 2 chains. We're going to single crochet in the next stitch. So just in case you couldn't remember, that's just insert your hook, pull up a loop, insert yarn over, and pull through 2. Pretty simple. Now let's go into the next one. So we're going to skip another 2. And in the 3rd chain, we're going to do the same thing we did before. 5 double crochets in that same chain. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. And then we just keep going just like that. You skip 2. Ooh, my camera moved on me. You skip 2, and then in the next one, we're going to do a single crochet. And then we skip 2 and do another 5. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Okay, and then we're going to skip one and do a single crochet in the last stitch. Now, you'll start noticing things here, right? Don't think about the individual stitches. Think about the rhythm. Fan, space, or fan. Ooh, what happened to my camera? For some reason, I am a little wonky today. So you're going to think of it as fan, single crochet, fan, single crochet, fan. That's the rhythm. Once your hands recognize the rhythm, everything starts to feel so much easier. All right, so row number 2 is going to be a little bit different than the first row. We actually need to start with 3 double crochets in the very first stitch. So if you've been with me for a while, then you know that I like to start my double crochet at the beginning of my row with a stacking stitch. So we're going to insert our hook and create that first single crochet. So insert your hook, yarn over, pull up the loop, yarn over, pull through 2. Then we're going to insert our hook again into that vertical bar, yarn over, pull up that loop, yarn over, pull through 2. That is considered your first double crochet. Now we're going to do 2 more double crochets in that same space. And you can do a chain of 2. I just prefer to do the stacking stitch because I find that it looks so much better. So much better. So now, this is what you're going to do in alternating rows. Your next row will be like this one. But this one, so like every other row, you're going to have a row where you're just doing the 3 fans, or well, the fans that are 5. And then I would say the even rows. The odd rows are just going to be the fans, and the odd rows is going to be the little itty bitty fan at the beginning and the end of the row. So once we do the 3 single crochets, we're going to look at our fan and we're going to insert our hook into the middle stitch, right? Or if you want to do it really technical, you would skip 2 stitches and then do a single crochet in this middle stitch. But I like to look at it as this. I like to look at the fan and find my ends. So this is a single crochet. So this is where we're doing. We're going blunk, blunk, and then bonk. You're going to do a single crochet right there at the tippy top. Now we're going to find that single crochet that we did in between the fans, and we're going to do 5 double crochets in that spot. Except for that, my tension was a little off on that. So let's tighten it up and then try it. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Okay, and we're going to do our technical thing. We're going to find our 2 ends, and we're going to go blink, blink, and blink. Single crochet in the middle. And we're skipping all those, and we're going into that single crochet to do 5 double crochets. There's 2, 3, 4, and 5. Now, in the middle, eventually you'll get to the point where you don't have to, do my little cheat. You're just going to be able to eyeball it. But there's doink, doink, and doink. Single crochet in the middle, double crochet. Now on the end, because we did a chain at the first, When you go back the other way, it won't be so difficult because you did the single crochet or the stacking stitch at the end there. Okay, so now we're going to do 3 double crochets in that top chain at the end here. So this is your double crochet, your last double crochet of the row. And in the first chain, we're going to stick our hook in there and do 3 double crochets in that stitch. And there's 2 and 3. Okay, so now the next row, we started off, wow, pardon me, my voice is going out. So this next row, which what I would call it the odd row, we're going to start with the single crochet. And then we would skip until we get to our single crochet and do our 5 double crochets in that. So when you are going back and forth, the way I like to remember it is that a single crochet goes in the middle double crochet or on the end, and your 5 double crochets are going into your single crochet. And that's basically the gist of it right there. Pretty exciting stuff, right? Now, let's talk about some common mistakes. I've already talked about one of them is at the end, at the very first row, or well, technically when you get to the end of the second row, make sure that you are doing the 3 double crochets in that very first chain. Okay? Now, sometimes you might, do an extra double crochet in the fan. Just remember it's 5. 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We all know how to count to 5, right? At least I think I'm able to count. Yeah, I might need to go back to grade school. I don't know. But yeah, so that's kind of a common mistake is that, we do the 3 at the end. We count 5. Sometimes we throw an extra one in there. Maybe we were watching Netflix, looked up and looked down and we forgot. And whoops, there goes another one. And then make sure you remember that 5 double crochets go in the single crochet. And the single crochet goes in the middle double crochet. And then the even rows, you're going to have 3 double crochets on each end. Right? And the odd rows, you're going to start with a single crochet. Very important. And this is the exciting part because now our little table runner is going to start looking even prettier. We're just getting started. So I have to know, which lace section has been your favorite so far? The mesh, the V-stitch, the shells, or the fan? Until next time, may your lace keep flowing and may your hooks never hide.